I want to ask a question tonight that makes me uncomfortable. When you're robbed, attacked, threatened, do you feel safe to call the police? A friend of mine almost lost her life recently. Someone broke into her house at night. He wasn't there to steal. He confessed he was paid $5 million to assassinate her. They caught him, of course, beat him up, then took him to the police station. The police refused to accept him because he had been beaten. Then she was told to take the same person to the hospital. First, she took him to the hospital, she paid. She took him back to the station. She was told she needed to facilitate the process. She paid. She was asked to fund feeding. Hey, God. She paid. She was asked to use her own car to transport the same person that tried to kill her to investigate, to her house, to go and investigate. She had to do the same thing. When he was finally convicted by the court, they called her late at night to drive him to Ikoyi prison. This is not a movie, this is real. Because there was no police vehicle available. Let that sink in. This isn't about insulting the police. This is about asking a serious question. What exactly is the function of the system? Because many of us assume institutions work simply because they exist. Until something or until Nigeria happened to you, then you realize it doesn't. I had a similar experience once. A thief was caught breaking into my property broad daylight. Of course, they beat him. The police refused to take him because he was beaten. I was told to go and treat him first. And I'm like, for what? Please let him go if you guys don't want to arrest him. At some point, you stop asking, why is crime increasing? And you start asking, why does the system make it easier for criminals to walk free? If victims must pay to prosecute, fund feeding, provide transportation, and facilitate process, what message are we sending? Are we building law enforcement or are we building negotiations? Because if citizens start believing that the safest option is silence instead of reporting, then something deeper is broken. And this is not a small problem. So my question tonight is simple. Are we protected by the police or should we protect ourselves from the police?
Right, this is matter is too high.
You shocked me, like when she was telling me things on the phone, I was like, are you trying to, like, this is a script? Are we working on a new movie? Like, should I send me evidence or WhatsApp? I was like, no, this can't be real. But this is real.
You know, I always try to have this aeroplane or helicopter view.
But the airplane is not flying.
But, of things to just see, look at the bigger picture and see what it is. That story has multi-dimensions. For instance, it wasn't even the police that should have driven her to the prisons. It was the prison correctional service that should have taken over at the point of conviction. I say, you are our customer, right? We're going. So it just shows you the multi-dimensional angles of this thing. Now, in corporate Nigeria deals with issues of fraud and police prosecution a lot. We have a model or some kind of arrangement where you have a police liaison and all that. Essentially, what it is that if you need to prosecute anything, you have to fund it. And so we know. So once maybe a staff steals some things or maybe you catch somebody, you know the process already. It's not even something that you have to imagine. You invite the police, you immediately mobilize them, okay, for feeding, for investigation.
That's legal?
Yes,
is it legal? Like that's the system?
Not legal, it's how the system works. If you want to get that case going forward and if you want to sort it out, you need to fund it. And so nobody's even questioning, everybody has just accepted that that's the way it is. So, so what you're describing is the retail side of it.
Retail side is crazy.
Not wholesale. Not enterprise. Not enterprise. This is the retail side of it.
Retail side is crazy, bro.
This is B2C.
Whoa,
okay?
That's B2B.
Yeah. But the core issue is police funding.
Oh my God.
At the end of the day, that's what it is.
Okay, I think I will just respond to this line where you said, because if citizens start believing that the safest option is silence instead of reporting, then something deeper is broken. I don't know where you start, but that is what we believe already. I remember when this was 2017, if I'm not mistaken, I went to South Africa. In fact, I was passing through South Africa to Mauritius, and my laptop was stolen at Joburg Airport. I mean, we all know how the airports can be. And they told me, oh, after searching, they couldn't find it, and they said I should do a police report. I was agitated, like, because my thoughts was based on what it looks like here. What am I going to go through? I need to go to the hotel to rest before catching the next flight and everything. I went in there. It was less than 5 minutes. I wrote my statements and they took it in, and that was it. Nobody asked me anything. But bring that back to Nigeria. You can't just walk in and say you are making a statement to do your police report and nothing will drop. Right? And I have not even tried to enter a police station. Like I've not had issues that have meant people have said, oh, go and report so that this is. Yeah. But I do not have that confidence as a Nigerian. I rather avoid anything that will bring me in contact with the police. The only contact I have with the policemen is on the road when they stop the vehicle I'm in. Where your papers will interact, will end it there. And I try as much as possible to have everything I need to have so that it doesn't escalate to any point where I have to get back in to your station. So as I am now, I have never entered any police station in Nigeria, especially because it's not like I've not had issues I need to report, but I do not believe in the system. So I just want to let you know that maybe it's just me, or I don't know. Yeah, but I'd rather not.
No, I think it's across the board. 100%. I think a lot of Nigerians feel exactly the same. Even the most heinous crimes are committed, and people just don't feel confident to go to the police stations to report because they know what it will entail. As you mentioned, there isn't funding. You know that if you're going to make a report, you're going to have to, foot the bill. You're going to have to transport them. You're going to have to give them incentives and all of that. So people just don't go. So that question of are we protected from? We're protecting ourselves from them because we know that they're not going to offer us anything that we require. There's not going to be an investigation. Is there an investigation? I read recently about a young woman that was raped and, did not want to pursue it. And I know that a lot of victims don't want to pursue the case because they know that it's not going to go anywhere unless they're supported by centers or advocacy groups. So, the lack of funding is really killing us here. They're not protecting us. They're not, upholding law and order because I guess they don't have funding. And so we are, I mean.
The ideal ratio for police to citizens in any country should be 1 to 300. In Nigeria, we have about 350 to 370 police, in Nigeria. And we're over 200 million. In Lagos, they are reducing our population to 20 million. The truth of the real data is about 25 million. How many police officers do we have in the city? We have accepted hardship as resilience. 6 days ago, Said Al-Khali pointed it out clearly that out of 256 billion naira allocated for Ministry of Transport last year, the amount that was released to them to function was 2.5, 1%. Where is the remaining 99%? 9 years ago, a top police officer told me, he said, Benga, put it on Twitter. I said it, but I won't mention his name. He's a top-ranking police officer. He said the money they gave that the station received every month to maintain, to buy fuel, to do everything, is 31,000 naira.
Oh, what?
But like I said to Bright in the car, I said, the reason why I avoid these people, in as much as I like them, when we were fighting for you, you were fighting us. When we're trying to make policies for you that will help you and secure your future, you didn't see it. You were interested in that old Dane gun to be killing youth. I hope that one day they will open their eyes and see that we are doing their bidding. God bless Nigeria.
We speak out when others are oppressed or face injustice because our voice, your voice, matters. To be honest, silence isn't really an option.
Put simply, Bright, if you keep silent when others are oppressed, one day your turn will come and you will also be greeted by silence.